Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. You are watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. Presidency Cybersecurity Strategy Presentation. And on the international, the United States Arab tension. There have been two attacks on American in Iraq. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The National Agency for States Information System organized this morning at the Djibouti Palace campus and a workshop presenting the strategy and legal regulatory framework relating to cybersecurity, a project to support modernization of public administration. Recall that cybercrime constitutes all acts contravening international treaties or national laws by using the information systems as a means of carrying out a crime. The Minister of Communication responsible for telecommunication, past the Minister of Defense, the Secretary General of the government, the Director General of the ANCI, as well as the Director General of Djibouti Telecom, participate in this event. It is clear that cybersecurity is won by a global approach with the legal, technical, and cultural challenges. This is through this workshop to highlight government action in the adoption of laws and regulations to cybersecurity and cybercrime. The Secretary General of the government said in his speech that information security is considerable and concern the protection of our identities, digital, our data, or our infrastructure and our sovereignty. He recalled the importance of the security of cyberspace with the development of the digital economy. He also indicated that the internet is now the basis of multi-sector, which becomes essential in our private lives. The Secretary General also indicated that this very positive development also makes us more vulnerable because of its destructive practices that have been developed in the cyberspace. In his speech, the Justice Minister Ali Hassan Bahdoun highlighted the importance of this national strategy, which aims to modernize public administration. He recalled that cybercrime constitutes all acts contravening international treaties or national laws by using information system as a means of carrying out a crime. He said, before any remarks which allow me to pay homages to all these professional men and women of public service which every day works on the project by which our government is President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, pursue the modernizations of the public action. He also paid tribute to all the international institutes for their effort to solve with us this major problem of cybercrime in the country. The Minister of Telecommunications said in his speech that he was confident and reassured of the progress of this work, a reflection on the modernization of public action, which by creating a climate of strong digital confidence, and this will allow our country to have truly conducive to the development and digital. He said the unprecedented digital revolution that we are living in is not without risk. It is therefore abused that the security of cyberspace is becoming a major problem and a strategy issue. The Minister of Social Affairs of Solidarity with the joint support for the Djiboutian Diaspora Women Foundation has today distributed kits for children with special needs within the UNFD. The association aims to act as a network bringing together the Djiboutian diaspora for around the world under the same umbrella in order to promote and support initiatives focused on the diaspora in terms of aids to the most disadvantaged. Attend the distribution of kits for children and special needs. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ms. Muna Usman Aden, the Minister for the Advancement of Women and the Family, Ms. Mumina Ahmed Hassan, the Vice President of the UNFD, Ms. Hasna Ahmed Bilil, Director of Multilateral Relations of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Gile Idris Omar, as well as parliamentarians. At the end of the official speech, the official proceeded to the distribution of the kits and the sum of money to those in special needs. The Vice President recalled the importance of the meeting, which aims to receive, including for the Djiboutian diaspora. She did not miss to thank the Djiboutian Diaspora Women Foundation. And on her part, the Minister for Promotion of Women and the Family, Ms. Mumina Ahmed Hassan, welcomed this noble act of helping the poorest and insist the Djiboutian diaspora in the world to be inspired by this act. She also thanked the Djiboutian Women Foundation, especially Ms. Feiruz Ali. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity recalled on her part that this diaspora is always by our side of the Ministry of Women to support this type of action each year, and she did not fail to thank for their inspiring gesture toward the population, especially the student, the future generation of our country. Sunday, January 5, 2020, in the committee room of the National Assembly, chaired by the Honorable Abdurrahman Awali Yassin, the agenda of a commission was related to the review of the project by FAR 68 2019, ratification of the financing agreement for the project of strengthening learning opportunity. For more details, let's listen to our colleague Dini Musa.
The Foreign Affairs Committee met this Sunday, January 5, 2020, in the Committee Room of the National Assembly, chaired by Abdurrahman Awali Yassin. The agenda of the committee was related to the examination of the project of law number 68/N/19/8, letter of ratification of the financing agreement for the project of reinforcement of learning opportunities. During this commission, the government was represented by the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mustafa Muhammad Mahmoud, who was accompanied by his close collaborators.
In order to end the year in style and to start the news of, the Secretary General State for Youth and Sport, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamel, organized this Friday in the Musha Island a lunch in honor of the management of CDC. The guests were constituting of a director, animators, and volunteers. Enjoy a swim in the shallow, dazzling blue water. It was also an opportunity for the family to get together, take stocks of the year, discuss activities, and thus review the outline of the work plan for the new year. At the table, the Secretary of State for Youth and Sport joined them and invite all the CDCs to present their results to discuss the obstacles that hinder him in achieving their mission. Speaking in turn, the Secretary of State for Youth and Sport stress the importance of the CDC and the development of Djiboutian youth, thanking these different actors for their tireless action in favor of our fellow citizens. The Secretary of State for Youth and Sport wished to that the year 2020 will be even richer and full of activities and emotion. To make the day as beautiful as the sunset of the island Musha, the Minister of Technical Advisor Ms. Hanawi and her tribe honored the event with their presence. A continuation on the RTD Djibouti event in Saudi Arabia after the inaugural national campaign. It was Saturday morning that the representative office was officially opened by the ambassador of Djibouti to Saudi Arabia, Ms. Dia El Sayyid Bamakrama. It is therefore the office, which should serve as a rally and commercial branch for the company in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, after the cut of the ribbon symbolizes of the star of the company's activities in the Saudi Kingdom. The official proceeded to cut the cakes to provide for this purpose. You should know that the countryside will now link Jeddah with the two flights on Thursday and Saturday evening before offering fourth weekly flight. This line was negotiation for the opening last several months is very important for the pilgrimage to the holy places of Mecca. It is an Airbus 320 aircraft acquired in leasing and bringing the private Jordanian operators, which will make the link between the two cities, Djibouti, Jeddah. Speaking during this ceremony, the general manager of Air Djibouti insists on the relevance of this air link to not only strengthen trade and economic relation between the two countries. The Secretary General of the Ministry of Equipment and Transport will have a speech at the Ministry of Guardianship, retained by a busy agenda. He highlighted the importance that the government attached to the new Djiboutian and Jeddah link, arising from the attached 30 years after the dissolution at the end of 1990. At the end of the ceremony, the ambassador of Djibouti in Saudi Arabia granted an interview to our colleague Salah Ismail, and he said the relation between the Republic of Djibouti and Saudi Arabia is full of many efforts. He also insists to the relevance of this air link to not only strengthen a trade and economic relation between our two brotherly countries. Still on national news, the Prefecture of Djibouti continues its tour of the capital with the involvement of several institutions. Indeed, the Prefect of the city of Djibouti, Osman Bile, carried out a supervision tour in places and access already target the rehabilitation works in partnership with the OVD and ONIAD and the ADIR, the Minister of Housing, the town, all the Djibouti, the prefect supervised this morning during his tour the rehabilitation work carried out in the various districts and highways after the recent flood. He also mainly controlled the illegal occupied spaces. Measure will be taken against the offender. The prefect's delegation also noted the situation of the in a poor condition. As part of operation to combat contraband in all the forms initiated by the High Command of the Gendarmeries in a national scale, the units of judicial groups of institutions joined forces to put at the end of this traffic. For more details, with Dini Musa.
Part of the operations to combat smuggling in all its forms initiated by the Gendarmerie High Command at the national level, the units of the institution's Gendarmerie Group have joined forces to put an end to this traffic. On this occasion, the command of the Gendarmerie Group planned an operation to monitor and dismantle a well-structured cigarette smuggling network. In order to do so, on the night of 5th January at 1 a.m., acting on cross-check information under the direction of the commander of the Djibouti Company, the gendarmeries of the Brigade of District 6 and 7, and those of Brigade District 3, 4, and 5, reinforced by elements of the mobile gendarmerie, conducted an operation in the suburbs of Balbala. In the course of this operation, the gendarmeries intercepted a pickup vehicle, a Hilux vehicle corresponding to the reports given, which was parked near a depot located in the town of Sheikh Usman in an obscure area. The driver of the suspicious vehicle was found to be using a military outfit with the stripes of a second lieutenant in order to escape from the various checkpoints, to his amazement.
The young urban Yemeni refugees settled in the district of the capital, including in particular Mbuli, had not yet had the opportunity to express their talent and especially to practice their passion for football. It is now done thanks to the UNHCR Peaceful Coexistence Program implemented jointly with honors. Let's listen again to our colleague Dini Musa.
Old as the world, peace, tolerance, respect for one's neighbor, but also and above all, fraternity and cardinal values in sports. But is also and above all a vector of integration for refugees settled in urban areas. In the past, the young Yemeni urban refugees settled in the capital's neighborhoods, including Hambuli in particular, were young and sporty in their countries of origin, but had not yet had the opportunity to express their talents and, above all, to practice their passion for football. This is now a reality, thanks to UNHCR's Peaceful Coexistence Program implemented jointly with honors. The organizers rented a large football pitch with an artificial turf pitch in the affluent Haramus neighborhood on Tuesday afternoon to serve as a venue for the beautiful sporting contest between Yemeni urban refugee teams and the third division team from the Hambuli neighborhood.
A wanted pastor, the family of Buh Ibrahim is looking for their daughters, Rahma Buh Ibrahim, born on 10/15/2006, lives in Balbala in Hayable, especially. She left home since 26 December at 12 afternoon from her home. She was wearing a brown dress and a red veil. She was buried in. If anyone discover her, please call the Central Police Station number 21 35 27 61. Moving on to the international news now, an American were targeted to attack this Saturday night in Iraq after a funeral of Iranian General Soleimani killed in an American bomb. Which announced this news. For more details, let's listen again.
Attacks almost concerned Baghdad's Green Zone in Iraq, where the U.S. Embassy is located, was targeted Saturday night by two mortar shells, according to security officials. Less than 100 kilometers further north, two rockets hit an air base housing American soldiers. According to the Iraqi military,
Tens of thousands of Indonesians still could not return home this Saturday, January 4, after the floods that have hit the recent days, leaving 60 deaths according to the National Agency for Disaster Management. For more details, let's listen to our colleague Dini Musa. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful afternoon.